What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing on this fabulous Friday evening? I'm here with my friend GCD.
I don't want to be here.
You okay?
No.
Oh no. Yeah, you got a busy week coming next week, right?
Well, that's not what I'm upset about.
Oh, what are you upset about?
I don't want to deal with Larry.
Oh yeah, Larry's here.
I don't want to deal with Larry.
I read the synopsis of it when I was setting up the thumbnail, and there's a lot of good things with this case. You want to know one of them?
It can't. No, I don't, because it can't be good if Larry's involved.
Yeah, sure, Larry's involved. However, Maya's helping us out again.
And that's supposed to make up for Larry?
Yeah, she is our co-pilot for this.
Oh, that'll be nice again. I guess.
And we're going up against Edgeworth again.
Cool, Edgeworth can suffer with us. He has to deal with Larry too.
Edgeworth's like, oh god, the gang's all here, isn't it?
The gang's all here. Oh no, the gang's all here.
He's like, oh swell. He's like, oh swell, the gang's all here. Oh shit, the whole gang's all here. Maurice, please schedule me a vacation starting 30 minutes ago. Maurice. I'm just imagining he has a office assistant named Maurice. Because he seems to be the type that has an assistant. Hey, Link the Chicken, thank you so much for the sub. One more for, he's at 59 months. Damn.
Huh. Nice.
One more to 5 years. And also, hey, Wolfo, how you doing? Working on my Smash stage list predictions. There you go, dude. Nice. Edgeworth still remembers that $38. Yeah, he knowing what's his face, Larry. He's never going to see that money again.
Yeah.
And knowing Edgeworth, he would be expecting interest.
Probably.
So it ends up being like, 5 digits.
Ouch.
Yeah, that would suck, especially for someone like Larry.
I tell you, he causes nothing but destruction everywhere he goes.
You know what? That is a fair assessment.
And it's exactly why I don't want to deal with him.
It'll be fine.
No, it won't.
It'll be fine. Positive thoughts, dude.
Where can I find those?
I mean, if you look closely, I'm pretty sure you can find them. All right, so I'm not 100% sure if the game will load us up to the next one, so we'll just have to manually go over to it. He didn't destroy in that case of the lake. You know what? Fair. That is true. With Edgeworth's, I mean, he was the least annoying portion of the one where we had to defend Edgeworth. Because a lot of heart was kind of annoying.
Okay, fine. Yeah, a lot of heart is worse.
You know what? He could be okay. He's hit and miss. Turnabout Time Traveler. Investigation Day 1. Start playing from this chapter? Let's do it.
Oh yeah, we updated the costumes for this chapter, didn't we?
Yep.
Prepare for some out-of-place clothes. Oh, it's a blimp.
I'm not completely heartless. I'll even throw that time machine you cherish so much overboard with you.
Please take me back to that blissful moment.
Did I just see Larry almost get arrested?
Time for
Yep.
the reception, milady.
Of course.
It actually really worked.
Oh, we have time travel. Yay.
I already don't want to play this chapter.
September 21st, 10:13 a.m. Canonically, this takes place after the events of the one we just did, so we most likely won't be seeing Apollo.
Oh well.
I didn't expect it right away.
Well, what did you expect to happen?
I don't know.
The costume.
I forgot every costume except for Phoenix being El Tigre.
There's only 3 people who can go in costumes.
I forgot what Athena's was, okay? And it just kind of boom. She now is picking a part-time job at the same. I forgot the name of that place. What was the name of that place? Trebian. Taking part.
I'll never
part-time.
forget that place. I'll never forget that place. You know why?
Why?
Did I tell you about the clip from the anime with the? Oh, blast it all! The chef. You remember the chef?
Yes, of course.
So, in the you know how he's supposed to be like a stereotypical French chef.
Yes.
So when they had him testifying in court in the anime, there was this one part. You know how the French will sometimes say like "ooh la la."
Yes.
The voice actor was still Japanese, so you know L's not really in their lexicon for the most part. So when he would do that, it was "ooh rah rah."
Ooh rah rah.
And that just destroyed me. I found it so hilarious.
You know what? That kind of fits his character a little bit more than ooh la la.
I should have just done that the whole time when I was voicing him. Ooh rah rah.
It fits him because he is kind of like flamboyant, you know, and like he would want to do something different than the standard ooh la la.
Wasn't it also confirmed he's not actually French?
That I don't remember. You know, I don't remember
either. This was...
remember the little details of like the first three games, but the overarching.
I think that was actually 3 years ago.
Holy crap!
Dang, time flies.
It does fly. Holy crap! We've been doing this for a while.
And it's finally about to end.
About to.
I just gotta deal with Larry one more time.
One more time. Okay, let me make sure I got this straight. When your magic panties appear, I do a backflip into a handstand, then blow out the candle?
No, Athena, you've got it all wrong. You do a backflip through the ring of fire while holding the candle in your mouth.
Oh, pretty simple. There's no way I'll ever be able to do that.
Sure you can. I believe in you, Athena.
Trucy, what are you and Athena up to?
Fire. Phoenix like, oh, so another Monday? Okay.
Athena's agreed to be a part-time performer in my magic show.
I couldn't say no to some extra cash, but I probably should have thought it through first. Now it's human cannibal this, guillotine that. It's not like I have 9 lives, you know.
You've made your bed, Athena. Now you've got to lie in it.
They forgot to change up a widget, so it's like she is actually okay with this. She just put it on a show. No, I'm too young to take out of a life insurance policy already.
My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm the head of this law office.
And since when did you become the head of this office, Daddy? I mean, who exactly does all the cleaning, accounting, and scheduling around here?
You got me there, Trucy. This is Trucy Wright.
Yeah, Phoenix does give me the vibe of just runs a business based off of vibes. He knows nothing about accounting, but he's just like, I think we're doing fine.
Daddy, we're in the red this month for the 3rd consecutive month. Also, there's a fire in the kitchen.
Vibes.
Trucy, all I gotta say is Enron survives somehow. I gotta do them.
I'm sorry,
Don't
I
do
missed
that.
What?
I said Enron survived for so long with like being the red. Just cook the books, dude.
Enron? Is that a? I've never heard of this joke.
Oh, Enron is a like a finance company. They cooked their books for so long. They basically were they went public, and because they're a public facing company, their books were public. So they wanted to make sure they stayed in good graces with everyone. So they purposely represented their numbers, and they were bankrupt the entire time. Although they were saying they were doing like record profits. It was found out that they were lying. Multiple people got arrested. A lot of people, including my parents, actually, their retirement was tied to Enron because of the fact that it was such a stable business. Everyone thought it was a stable business, so a lot of retirement places bought their stocks thinking it was a safe bet. So a lot of people lost retirement from it. Yep.
This is why you diversify your assets, everybody. Buy some physical silver and gold.
This is also a story. If you ever go into a business school, you will be taught this lesson several times over. I learned about the Enron situation several times. I took multiple finance and accounting classes, and they were like, "This is what Enron does. Don't do this, or you'll be arrested."
As you should be. Just out of curiosity, did this happen during the 2008 market crash?
It was before that, but it was like I think
Really?
05 or 06.
Okay.
So it was around that same time when like the incentive to like have sky high profits were all the rage during that time.
Okay. She's
So-
my adopted daughter and a magician. What were you saying?
Oh, that's just basically just nothing. And I'm Athena Sykes, the rising star lawyer of the Write Anything Agency.
Or rather, the rising star assistant to Trucy, you mean?
If I don't get back into the courtroom soon, I'm going to forget everything I ever learned.
Speaking of the courtroom, we haven't exactly had any clients lately, have we?
Damn, crime is on the. Uh-oh. Business is as slow as ever, huh, Nick? Bet you made more money back when you played the piano. Yo, long time no see. He's styling with those hearts.
What is this Mario Kart-esque getup he's got? The hell am I looking at?
He kind of got like a Sonic Chow type thing going with the hearts as well.
And are those Eggman's glasses?
Yo, my man, yo, Nick, I've heard about this awesome place called Sega. I got all this drip. Jordan has a great question. Who's he dating now? Exactly.
Oh, now we hear a remix of Larry's theme. Larry? I haven't seen you in years. What brings you here all of a sudden?
Some big news, that's what.
Okay.
Who's this guy, boss?
This is Larry Butts. He's, well, let's just say he's an old friend of mine. So, Larry, what's so big that you had to come and tell me in person?
There's somebody I want you to meet. Hey, you can come in now. All right.
Wow.
Do you wanna take her?
I can. Yeah, sure, I can try. How do you do?
Just watch. Her name is Emma. Emma Bride. So it's like, I'm a bride. I'm placing my bets.
Hi? This is his new girlfriend. It has to be.
That dress! Is that a wedding dress?
Larry finally got engaged. Good for him.
And he's gonna be arrested.
Yes, it is.
Ellen.
My name is Ellen Watt.
Ellen
Watt.
Watt? Ellen Watt. Okay.
I'm a domestic servant, a maid of the Sprocket household.
Watt.
They make
and
the
Sprock-
maids wear
Sprocket.
wedding dresses?
No, I think she is just straight up married.
Why wouldn't she be at the wedding ceremony then?
She's getting married, dude. Do you think she just
All in-
walks around with this garb on?
Hold on. PSI Kirby says all in white is the pun. Ellen Watt?
All in what? All in white?
Maybe? I don't know.
Sprocket? As in Sprocket Aviation?
Yes, that's the one.
Wow, Mr. Wright, Sprocket Aviation is a very big airline company. Of course, Larry marries a like a rich girl. He seemed to always
How-
go for those.
I don't think he did. Like, the first chick he dated was, like,
A
a broke
model.
chick who had to have sugar daddies pay for stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. He always fancies himself. He thought it was. Okay, never mind. Hey, anime lover, how you doing? And hey, Super Sans. Hey, gamer. Hey, Captain Ghosty. Hey, everyone who's coming in. You heard of Rainbow Airlines, right? The one who called RAW for short?
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Well, it's run by Sprocket Aviation. Just wait until the whistleblower gets marked. Oh no! Do you think Sprocket Aviation has a like a hitman, just like Boeing?
That'd be funny.
That's who we're going up against. I be kill. Is it? I am the killer. Is that the serial killer from the second game?
Oh, frick, what was his name? You mean the hired assassin, right?
Yes.
Shelly the killer.
Shelly the killer.
I see. But what is a Sprocket family maid doing here in a wedding dress?
So actually, we've decided to get married.
And here we go again. You what?
I'm not so young anymore, you know? I figured it's time to finally settle down.
What? You're getting married? No way. I don't believe it. Besides, why would someone as well put together as her choose someone as flaky as Larry? You're kidding, right?
Jealous? I don't blame you, but green's really not your color, you know.
All right, Larry, lay it on me. Larry canonically finally got laid. Yeah, just because you're engaged doesn't mean you've been laid. In all seriousness, Larry, are you really getting married?
If Larry is getting married, there's hope for us boys, says Max.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Not right away, but that's the plan.
I hope that didn't sound like a personal attack against Max. I was just trying to make a joke.
Oh, he's about to get
The
you.
moment I thought of that, I was like, I hope that didn't feel too targeted towards him. I was just
He's like, mark your days, Mr. GameCube man. We're gonna elope, see? Like, love on the run, I guess you could say. Isn't that right, Ellie? So they're gonna have a shotgun wedding. Does not surprise me one bit.
Larry. I do believe there's been a major misunderstanding here.
Not even a minute in, and he's already gotten shot down. Hey, yo, Larry is still the biggest L holder of the Ace Attorney franchise. Loser Larry, let's go.
Poor
GameCube's opinion on Larry remains undefeated.
Oh my gosh,
already,
Larry.
my heart already belongs to another. I'm in love with Soren. Not you.
Say what?
Do I laugh or feel bad? You feel fantastic and relish with me, your friend GameCube dude, in the fact that my opinion of Larry remains undefeated.
Wait, your opinion on Larry would have changed if he was in fact married?
No. Well, actually, hold on. I think my entire perception of reality would have shattered.
So, let's just walk back there's hope for us yet, now that Larry's getting married, because he truly is not actually getting married.
Yeah.
I just realized too, it looks like, oh my gosh, those hearts. Those are, it's a snout. He got a Peppa Pig outfit on.
What?
Look, that's the body right there. There's the wings, little legs. That's the snout. It's a pig. When pigs fly.
No way!
Larry will get love when pigs fly. The arrows, though? The arrows is like Cupid's heart, you know, like Cupid's arrows? Just to add to it. Add to his misery. We can't feel bad because he dressed up. He pretty much like brought this upon himself.
He came all the way out here just for the chick to humiliate him, too.
I'm starting to think this is a fetish, Larry. Like, you're just into humiliation.
Okay, gross. Anyway, that's about what I thought.
But Ellie, baby, weren't you running away with me so we could get married?
As I said, you misunderstand. You said you'd help me escape. That's the only reason I ran away with you.
That is not happening. I even shook off the police for you. And for what? I broke the law for you. I also gave you $5,500. You mean to tell me that wasn't for love? Nick, help me, buddy.
Larry, the only part of love you will ever get is the L.
Can I get the of next?
No. No, you may
Aw.
not.
Am I a loser, Nick?
With a capital L.
That's it. If we can't be together, my life is over. I'm gonna end it all.
Wait, back up. Did you say you shook off the police?
Yes, we had to, because we're lovers of the lamb.
sorry, Miss Watt, but can you maybe fill me in on what's going on?
To tell the truth, I'm being pursued by the police as a murder suspect.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Murder? They think you killed someone?
Trixie's like, Daddy, here's a chance for a client.
Druzy, we should probably figure out if she's trustworthy or not.
I happened to find a dead body at my reception, so the suspicion fell onto me.
It's legit just Among Us. She just
Oh,
happened to
blast
find the
all.
body, and everyone's like, oh, she's sus.
GCD really seems to enjoy Larry's misery. Larry has been a consistent source of misery for me. And I also think he brings everything he does, everything that happens to him, he brings on himself. Let's not forget that this guy tried to get with a married woman. I didn't forget that.
I mean, he's trying to do that right now.
That's true! Hey, chat! You're really gonna feel bad for this guy when he's going after a married woman? Again?
He's a home, yeah, Captain. He's a home wrecker.
He's a homewrecker, but the ironic thing is, like, he's like one of those air mallets. Like a little hammer that's just an air toy.
Oh my gosh.
Or like a balloon.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
Exactly. That's the part that breaks the family. They just hear the squeak over and over again, and then they just fall apart.
It's just, Dad, get the son, give me the WD-40. Got to get rid of the squeak. He just sprays Larry with the WD-40. Hey, Wolfo, thank you so much for the $2. The day Larry gets married is when I become Batman.
I happened to find a dead body at my reception, so the suspicion fell on me. They had me confined in a separate room. And that's when Larry came along and helped me escape.
I'm sorry, but what?
Oh, Nick! Me and Ellie were going to elope. We were going to pull it all, put it all on the line for true love. But the police tried to stop us, so we had to scramble to shake them off. Where did it all go wrong?
I feel a migraine coming on. Larry, you haven't been inside my office for 10 minutes and my head already hurts.
Please help me. Police are sure to be intensifying their search. Look, it's even on the TV.
The TV just shows the agency.
More news on the murder suspect and an unidentified man on the run from the police. A photo of the suspect, Miss Ellen Watt, was just released by the police. Sources say that the 21-year-old is suspected of clubbing the victim. 25-year-old, I saw that as dumbass. 25-year-old Dumas Gloomsbury to death in the wedding reception hall after her banquet. The two fugitives are said to be highly agitated and dangerous. If you see them,
You've got to be kidding me.
oh brother.
I guess this means we're technically harboring a pair of fugitives here, huh?
Oh, Nick, what's a guy to do? Ellie dumped me hardcore!
I'm the one who should be crying!
I was told by 13 Lions to present the badge.
All right.
What are you showing me your attorney's badge for? Wait, are you saying you want me to take up your badge and hit the courtroom?
Over my dead body. Absolutely not! With you as the defense, you're liable to bring the whole courthouse down, with you as the defense, you're liable to bring the whole courthouse down. Literally. And I saw a bomb go off in court, Larry!
Larry, you are a hazard to yourself and others.
That's what I call Tuesday, Nick.
All I want is one chance to defend somebody in court. Objection! How was that? Pretty good, huh? Ready to let me borrow your badge now? You saw how awesome I am at pointing, right? I'm starting to think I'm a natural.
I'm not lending you my badge, and that's final.
Larry as a lawyer is GCD's worst nightmare.
It would be. Besides, pointing isn't all that a lawyer does.
Oh, pretty please. What you got to lose?
My reputation, for one. I never should have shown him my badge.
Imagine how Larry felt when he's told Santa doesn't exist. Oh, we've had that talk with him several times over. It does not work.
I haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been all this time?
Oh, you know, jail, penitentiaries, prisons, you know, that type of thing. You mean you don't know? You really got to stop living under a rock and get out more.
Larry being an artist and going to jail terrifies me.
I am. Oh my gosh! I'm the hippest, hottest picture book author in the business, Lawrence.
Dunham.
Dunham.
Maurice Dunham.
Maurice Dunham. I can't believe you did not know I'm taking the picture book world by storm.
I also heard of another famous artist who had a weird mustache and spent time in jail. I'm trying to take some inspiration, Nick.
Nick, what do you mean about what are you talking about? WW2? What the hell is that?
Oh, but I know you. You're the one who wrote.
Oh my gosh! I did not expect her to be referenced.
Chat, that's what we call a callback. This was a joke they made in the third game, too. Let me see if I can say this without laughing.
You're the one that wrote Franzie's Whippity Whip Trip, right?
Almost. I almost didn't make it. Now that you mention it, I think I did hear something about a one-hit wonder.
One-hit wonder? What the heck, Nick? I'll have you know I created a brand new character to moderate acclaim. He's mildly popular with 18 to 24-year-old women everywhere. Oh, so he's a YA artist. Good to know.
YA?
Young adult.
Oh, okay.
I know that just because my sister's a big fan of that, and she's an author herself.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you can see his cute self all over this jacket.
What? That heart-shaped pork chop?
I was right. It is a pig.
Oh, wow.
He's not a pork chop. He's the main character of my latest picture book. A lovable little soul who pierces the heart of lovers with his arrows of more. Cupid. Q-Piglet. Q-Piglet. And you can see this adorable fellow makes his debut in Q-Piglet's Lovely Dovey Lark. In stores now.
Are you sure? Because I've never seen that book in stores, now or ever.
Well, if you ever do see it, do me a favor and buy a copy or 10, will ya?
But I thought you were taking the picture book world by storm.
Anywho, You'll defend Ellie in court, right, buddy? I certainly hope so, because I already told her.
Please, I'm begging you. I didn't murder anyone. I swear I'm as clean and pure as this pure white dress. No psych locks. I guess that means she's telling the truth. But helping a fugitive on the run? What am I getting myself into? Was it any more crazy than 3-3 or 3-5 actually?
That one was kind of crazy.
There's actually one more thing I really need to tell you.
I mean, technically speaking, Phoenix should call the cops, let them know that the fugitives came into his office, and turn him in if he wants to do the right thing with the law. He could still represent them, but he's no longer harboring a criminal at that point.
Fair enough. Remember that time Larry almost hit on Pearl based on her voice? It occurred to me that he can now legally do that. What? I do not remember this.
I do not remember that either.
I'm not sure Pearl and Larry ever met in the series now that you mention it. Oh?
You might find this hard to believe, but the truth is, I'm a time traveler.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
After the wedding reception, I was attacked. I was moments away from my death. But then, in that instant, I made a wish upon this pendant around my neck. And I went back in time to just before the reception started.
So you have you don't really take good notes, do you, Ellen? Because now you find yourself in like if you had time travel abilities, you would think you would not be able to get caught for a murder or be in the same vicinity of a murder, you know?
Yeah. And what about this time machine?
Only this time around, the man who was trying to kill me was already dead. And somehow, I became the suspect for his murder. It's as if history had been rewritten. Now wait just a minute here. I don't understand.
Are you saying that... What's going on?
Please be Gumshoe. Please be Gumshoe. Mr. Wright! There are police cars outside! And not just one or two, but a whole bunch!
Daddy! A whole squad of officers has the building surrounded!
What?
This is the police! There's no escape! Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up! Eee! Nick! What do we do?
Heck if I know!
I see a bunch of armed officers out there. 1, 2, 3... 44, 45. Wow, talk about overkill. Listen here, you criminals. Think about what you're putting your poor parents through. I'm sure this isn't how they raised you. Think about their smiling faces and their warm, home-cooked meals. Ack, who the heck are you? A detective? Now hold on there. Hey, you can't go in there. It's too dangerous. Wait!
Probably Emma.
Is everyone okay in here, Mr. Wright?
Emma!
Called it. How come we couldn't have one case of Gumshoe and Emma working together?
I would so love that. Can you imagine Emma slowly losing her patience to Gumshoe?
Yes, that would have been hilarious.
Right?
Ace Attorney won't let us have nice things. And this is
Instead,
why
we
I
have
say
Larry.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why I say don't play past the third game.
Emma? I'm sorry for all the commotion.
So what in the world is going on?
Well, I raced over as soon as I heard that it was Mr. Butts who holed himself up in there. Or in here. With a murder suspect after he made off with her.
And the fleet of patrol cars?
The police are being extra careful.
They know all about Larry Butts. All about him.
Most of them are surprised that the bomb destroyed a courtroom before he did. Because apparently a certain somebody yelled out, "Stay back!"
Damn it, Larry!
Oh, freaking Larry!
Frickin' Larry.
Stay back! I have a bomb! I'm sure you can guess who I'm talking about.
Well, the police were being so persistent, so I had to do something. So I tried bluffing. See, I'll be a perfect lawyer, Nick. Please.
Phoenix is just in the corner. Athena and Trucy are holding it back. Kill! 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 Daddy, no!
Can you imagine? He's just like, Mr. Butts, do you have a counter to what the prosecution is saying? Yes, I do, Your Honor. I have a bomb. See, Nick, I'm the best at bluffing. You know, like you do in court, Nick.
Please leave me out of this. So, chat, I would just like to. I know it's been about 3 years, but I was wondering if we could get a certain old hashtag going in the chat. I'll go ahead and start us off. Hashtag. How do you spell Zeke? How do you spell neuter?
I have no clue, actually.
I forgot. How do you spell neuter?
Here we go.
Okay, I'm listening.
Oh, come on, not now. Neuter.
Okay, so I was missing an E. Thank you. Neuter Larry. There we go. There we go. Hashtag neuter Larry.
The anime WoW came in the perfect time.
The anime WoW agrees with me. Hashtag neuter Larry.
Thank you for the $2, Wolfo Phoenix. Larry, a danger to my family. Yeah, Phoenix is protecting.
Literally.
He's protecting his family right now.
Well, Mr. Wright, I'm bringing this young lady in for questioning.
There we go. I wanted to join in.
So if you want to talk to her, you'll have to do it down at the detention center.
I suppose I should thank you for your thoughtful gift of trouble and mayhem, Larry.
Come on, Nick. We gotta get down to the detention center right away. Oh, you're going straight to the detention center, Larry. You got an escort, buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a special operation while we're there. That hashtag ain't. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing with that hashtag, Larry.
Yo, Nick, why does that doctor have a pair of scissors?
It's for your benefit, Larry. Your benefit. Pats him on the back and then shoves him into the room.
Look at the flowers, Larry. Look at the flowers. My balls, Nick! They took my balls, Nick!
You're lucky they didn't take your head.
Listen, Larry.
I haven't even decided whether I'm going to take on this case or not.
But I know you will, 'cause it's you. Guess I've got no choice but to tag along and help then.
What? And skip out on me? We've only just started practicing your repertoire, you know.
I'm sorry, Trissy, but the writers included a new character, so you're gonna be on the sideline again. Sorry, we can't give you any character development whatsoever.
You're lucky I don't have an angrier sprite.
Huh?
You better stay in practice with Trucy, Athena. A promise is a promise, after all.
That's cold, boss. You gotta get me out of this. I can't take it anymore.
I imagine GCD sitting in a corner with the big Grinch's smile during Larry's operations.
Let's get to practicing, Athena. Next up is some training for the water tank escape trick. Stick your head in this bucket and hold your breath for 15 minutes!
Am I supposed to be the child of Neptune?
Eep! No! Stop! I'm begging you! She just gets waterboarded.
Ah! She's getting away! You get back here, Athena!
I guess the only person cut out to be Trucy's assistant is Apollo. Well, guess we better get to the detention center and ask Miss Watt some questions. Especially about the whole time traveling business she was talking about.
So the cops just gonna ignore Larry?
I don't think they want to bring him into the detention center. It's like when he said he had a bomb, he was just talking about himself. He is a bomb. He's a nuclear device of destruction wherever he goes. We just clean this place, damn it! Don't bring him in.
Oh my gosh. They're just like, okay, who we have? He gets brought in by the police. Okay, who do we have? Larry Butts. Okay, get him out of here. He's on the do not allow in list on the jail. The jail doesn't want him. And I did see your comment, Wolfeld. That is really good. Oh yes, Mr. Buzz, we got a very special treatment for you.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
I wonder if it's I wonder if her name's actually supposed to be Wyatt. Because that's closer to White. Assuming it's true that it was Ellen White. All in White, Ellen White, Wyatt.
Oh, okay.
I think it might be Wyatt.
Wyatt.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, we'll go with Wyatt then.
Miss Wyatt, would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Nick is going to defend you, Ellie. Isn't that great?
Phil, what did I just say? Don't let him in!
Larry, I told you I haven't decided yet. What?
What?
Oh dear.
Oh God.
You're not going to take my case?
She's about to hit us with a peach side B.
Uh-oh.
I'm never going to be happy!
You know this is serious. She's hitting us with a One Piece cry animation.
Miss Wyatt? What the? Did I do something wrong?
Miss Wyatt, please come down.
I'm innocent, I tell you. But the police won't believe me. And neither will anyone else. I'm gonna die all alone in a jail cell.
All right, I'll do it. I'll take your case. Just please stop crying.
Really? You will?
The fact that Larry was the one who brought you to me had me a little worried, but you don't seem like a killer to me.
Oh, thank you!
We know for a fact you were not the killer because the apparently the person that was killed was not killed by drowning. Thanks, Nick. I knew you'd come through.
Did I really have a choice?
I guess not.
In any case, it doesn't seem like Miss Wyatt killed anybody. Plus, it's not like I'm up to my ears in work at this moment. Miss Wyatt, Ellen, let's do this together.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Wright!
There, it's going to be okay. Now try to pull yourself together. I'm trying to think, like, this is another moment that could be good for captions. I just thought of one.
What's that?
Going off of a story you told me one time, POV, or, well, I guess not POV, but Zeke when he sees Coco again.
Oh my gosh, yes. Every damn time, dude. Every damn time.
I've never seen this movie.
You need to. Trust me, it is a beautiful ass movie.
I don't know. If this is accurate, I might pass.
Come on, dude. Just watch it in your own home. I cry. Okay, so I've cried in the movie theater 3 times, and I cried at the comfort of my own home twice with this movie. I watched this movie 5 times. Every damn time. Her mascara's running.
I'm truly grateful for you for taking my case, for taking on my defense, Mr. Wright. Sure, no problem. Wow, she literally pulled herself together. Now I've got a caption for it. I got another caption for it when it appears again.
Okay.
Ellen, please tell me everything you can about the incident. All right.
Jordan and Wolfo, you both have good points. I do like her other hairstyle.
I think this one's a more, how do you say? It's tied back a bit, you know.
Yeah, it's
her
more
hair out of her face.
Yeah, that's that's how brides are kind of like they're kind of put together so they can because this is like for a bride, this is like the most important day of their lives with the marriage. So they got to look perfect. And I think that's I don't know if she was really acting. I think she might be acting a little bit more as in her bride mode or in this mode, really.
I'd be willing to say that's a safe assumption.
This is just her putting on a front almost, trying to like see, I am put together. Ellen, you got this.
It happened after the wedding reception. I was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury. Wasn't Gloomsbury the name of the victim in that news report? Maybe I should listen to what she has to say first, though. Before I start asking, or maybe I should listen to what she has to say first, though, before I start asking questions.
How dare that guy lay a hand on somebody else's blushing bride? What a creep! I know, right, Larry? Also, hello, Pot.
Exactly.
Hello, Pot. This is Kettle.
That's rich coming from you. Do you have any idea why he attacked you?
No, but...
But what?
Well, to tell the truth, Mr. Gloomsbury didn't seem very happy about me getting married.
Geez, jealous much? What a loser.
You better be grateful I don't have a brick.
Mr. Gloomsbury had forced me onto the Vista deck and was going to push me off. Oh, how frightening it all was. I was just about to lose my life on what should have been the happiest day of my life. So that's why I made a wish upon this pendant.
That pendant?
Yes, it was a gift from my husband-to-be, Soren. He said it's a symbol of our love.
There is a Triforce in there.
Huh, what do you know?
Just hiding there.
And so you made a wish on it?
Now, you may think what I'm about to say is very strange, but I beg the pendant, please, take me back to that blissful moment.
How sad it would be if you ask it that and it just does not take you anywhere.
And do you know what? It worked. It brought me back to just before the reception started.
So that's the time traveling thing you mentioned back in my office? I'm sorry, but I have to say, it's pretty unbelievable. And I mean that literally unbelievable.
Unbelievable!
Uh-oh. Get the pan.
I knew you'd never believe me!
Nick! Ellie here is an honest-to-goodness time traveler. Don't you believe your own clients? The magic of that pendant sent her back in time before the creep could kill her.
Sure, Larry, sure.
But it's really true, I tell you! This pendant is an important part of the time machine Soren made. I begged it for help and it really did send me back in time!
Then why can't you use it right now?
The time machine's too far away.
Oh, okay.
Is she listening to herself?
Phoenix, you dealt with spirit mediums, you can't believe time travel is a possibility. I feel as if that's two totally different things. Like, that's like apples and, like, carrots.
What is she pretending to cook?
She's pretending like she's cooking. Oh my gosh.
I even experienced the reception again, even though we already held it once before. And during it, everyone there acted as if nothing unusual was happening at all.
Could you not cook while you're talking, please? All right. So when and how did you come under suspicion for murder?
Well, after the reception ended, the second reception, I mean.
I went back to the reception hall and started cleaning up the place all by myself. Hold on. Cleaning? Why were you cleaning on your own wedding day? For my last task as servant of the Sprocket household, I offered to take on preparation and cleanup of the reception banquet. I see. I started to move one of the decorative lanterns in the room. But it was so heavy I lost control of it, causing it to topple over and break open. That's when I saw Mr. Gloomsbury Mr. Gloomsbury's dead body inside the lantern.
How big of a lantern are we talking here?
We're talking pretty massive if it can hide a dead body. So you simply happened to be the first to discover the body, right? That's right! I just came across it by accident! But I became confused and didn't know what to do. That's when some of my in-laws saw me and jumped to the conclusion that I killed him. So this Gloomsbury guy tried to kill Ellen. But then wound up dead himself after Ellen traveled back in time? A time machine and a magic pendant? How could any of this be possible?
Ellie, why don't you tell Nick about the other thing, too? About the shadowy figure who you saw when you were being attacked.
Yes, good idea, Larry.
We're an hour into the stream already. Oh no. Yeah, we've been roasting Larry for too long.
I feel like it hasn't even been 15 minutes. Is Larry that easy to roast?
Yeah, it is.
Sweet mercy. So you and Larry here were never planning on getting married, right?
Oh, heavens no.
That's right. We've only had a few brief interactions, so I can't say I know him at all.
Oh, Ellie, how can you say that? You and me are bounded by fate, I'm telling ya. We're meant to be together.
What?
You're wrong, Larry!
I've never been so right, baby. It's as plain as the goatee on my chin.
Larry, don't make me send you to a timeout.
Send him to the corner.
Now, can you tell me about the groom, Ellen? What's he like? GCD could roast Larry until the sun sets. What the... Okay, I'll comment on that in a second. But GCD could roast Larry until the sun sets.
Bro, my roast of Larry are the sun. All the plants of the earth get fed by me just roasting Larry. That's how much I can roast Larry. I could give us another sun. We can put it close to Mars. Yo, Elon Musk, call me up, bro. I got a quick way we can terraform Mars.
His name is Soren Sprocket.
Oh my gosh, his first name is Soren, and he's the his family is an airplane business.
What is a sprocket again? Isn't that a piece of a plane?
It's a kind of like a screw, like some gadget or something like that's used in a machinery.
I'm gonna look it up. Sprocket. A toothed wheel or cog with teeth that mesh with a chain or chain track or other perforated or intended material, but
Like
never
her
mesh directly with.
Like her pendant.
Yeah, okay, so it's similar to a gear. Similar. Anyway, let us carry on.
Oh, he's the most wonderful man. He is truly my destiny.
Also, how did you sneak an iron in there? I was on one joke line and I just had to overlook that one for a second. How did you get an iron in there?
Well, she got to iron out the facts, dude. That's what she's doing right now.
We do that symbolically.
She doesn't know the meaning of symbolic.
I just heard iron.
Did you say Soren Sprocket? As in...
That's right. The next president of Sprocket Aviation.
Wait, he's in line to take over the company?
He's nothing but a rich, spoiled brat. I'm clearly the better choice. Clearly. Maybe against the devil, Larry. Maybe that's the only person you may have a slight advantage over.
Larry, you and Sporin are as different as night and day. There's no comparison.
Ellie, you're breaking my achy, breaky heart. What? You're enjoying this roast fest of Larry a little too much, aren't you?
The sun's got another 5 billion years of burning. I think I have to.
You gotta keep the sun roasting, dude.
So she's marrying into money, huh?
I can't believe Soren chose me, a simple house servant.
Why did he just reference a song? Because it's an awesome song, that's why. And oh hell no, we got incel Larry. He's always been an incel, dude.
He's my knight in shining armor, my prince. Oh, my Soren.
What happened to Soren?
I don't know. Soren's got good taste in women, though. He went for somebody who's hardworking and has good life skills.
Yeah.
A bit of an emotional basket case, sure, but you can't. You're never gonna find someone who's perfect. So, what's this shadowy figure you saw, Ellen?
It was when Mr. Gloomsbury was attacking me. Right after I made a wish upon this pendant, I started to pass out. But just then, just as I lost consciousness, I saw someone strike Mr. Gloomsbury from behind.
You did? Then that person must be the true culprit. Did you see who it was?
I'm afraid not.
Have you told anybody else about this?
I told some of my in-laws, but nobody took me seriously. They all said it was just a dream.
I can't exactly say I blame them. I mean, time travel? Larry, for my peace of mind, please tell me that figure wasn't you.
Of course it wasn't!
I guess I've asked her all I can for now.
Spick and span! Spick and span!
Ellen, what are you doing?
I want to make everything clean and beautiful for when Soren comes. I can't have my future hubby come into a dirty room now, can I? It has to be spotless, just like this white dress. Spick and span! Spick and span!
Let's hope we can wipe away all suspicion from you, too.
Nick, we better get to the crime scene right away.
What? You're coming too?
Of course I am. If I solve the crime and reveal the true killer with my super sleuthing skills, Ellie might change her mind about me, you know?
You never get the message, do you, Larry?
Next stop, the morning dock of Sprocket Park. Come on, Nick, let's go. Morning dock.
Ral. Flying chaplain. So this is Sprocket Park. But where's the reception hall?
It's inside the Zeppelin. Do you think that thing is made out of lead?
I would be very shocked if it was.
Rainbow Dash logo. You know, fair. The reception hall? Oh, that's... Wow! Looky there!
What? What is it?
I just spotted me a cute mamacita. Don't wait up, Nick.
Hold on! Where's the reception hall?
Sorry, Nick. A man's got to stop and smell the roses when they appear. I'm an artist after all. Oh, miss! Yoo-hoo!
I thought he was going to take me to the crime scene. Oh well, I'm sure he'll come slinking back when he inevitably gets rejected.
Host before bros. That Larry doesn't know that, dude. Expecting Larry to know that is just a fool's errand.
I'll just take a quick look around until then.
Well, there's some damage right here. Park bench.
So this bench hit that sign, huh? Hopefully it didn't hit a person too. That would be a catastrophe. I guess from now on, whenever I'm walking around outside, I better be on the lookout for unidentified flying furniture too. Wow, this thing's really banged up.
You
looking
looking
at the sign?
Oh, good.
You looking at the sign? They say it got damaged by the heavier winds yesterday.
Thanks, youth.
A big gust sent that bench flying into it. Well, that's what they're saying anyway.
I see. The wind caused that? More like a tornado. Imagine a Zeppelin getting caught in a tornado.
Yeah, that thing would be dead.
The thing would be dead and probably like everybody within a mile radius because it'd get ripped to shreds and debris would fly everywhere. The repair guy was saying, don't
touch. It's dangerous.
Did I tell you that my grandpa, he was in the Navy and he flew in Zeppelins in the Navy?
Huh, nice. I see. Thanks for the heads up. Poor guy. Looks like it was a lot of work. Is that little girl right there the one who told us everything?
Yeah, probably.
Wow! That airship is huge! Oops. Didn't mean to say that out loud. Can you still take rides in those things these days? I want to look it up.
I'm pretty sure there's... I think if you look at the right place, you could probably find a Zeppelin.
I don't know if I should look up Zeppelin tickets or... Okay, well, there's a website called Airship. Okay, well, this... I don't even know what I'm looking at here. It's all just... Oh, a blimp. That's another... Okay, let me try that. Blimp tickets. The second result suggestion I get is blimp ticket Paper Mario.
According
They
to
got that
Captain
good
Ghostly, apparently there's only 20 of them left.
20 blimps in the whole world?
I think so. I guess Good Year has most of them.
Huh. I guess I'm not getting a commercial ride anytime soon.
Just
I've
hit
only
up
ever seen-
Goodyear to say, hey, is it possible to like fly as a passenger as one of your blimps? That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I don't think they'll let me. I've only ever seen airships like this up in the sky. But I've got to say, they're mighty impressive when you can see them up close like this.
Hey, sorry about that.
I actually thought you'd be back sooner. Didn't work out, huh?
Lay off, man! I wasn't on my game today!
Larry, I don't care what game it is. You're already losing. So now that you're done, you mind telling me where the reception hall is already?
What do you mean? It's right here in front of you.
Huh? Right in front of... Wait, what's that you say? Flying Chapel? Do you mean to tell me...
Yep, Ellie's reception was on that airship.
Whoa! A sky-high reception hall?
Yep, and that's where you'll find the crime scene. Man, not only does that airship fly through the sky, but the space-time continuum too.
But the happy couple's honeymoon got left far behind when it made that time skip, though.
Here, check out the airship for out for yourself with this pamphlet.
That would be kind of neat, actually. Like, obviously it'd be something for the super rich, but having like a wedding reception on a blimp?
That would be really cool. Elevator, lift, cabin, hold, hall. Okay. Okay, so there's the cargo lift and then elevator. Peg a cow and peg a bull.
Okay, then.
Oh, those are the lanterns. That's probably where the dead body was found. In one of those two. Love is always in the air on the Flying Chapel, the only wedding venue sure to make your dreams take flight. After the ceremony out on the Vista deck, Sprocket Aviation's magnificent Pegamoo mascots will light up the happy couples from both sides of the sweetheart table. By the way, I figured you could use some backup, so I called in some help for you.
You did?
Yep, should be here any minute now.
Is it a DeLorean?
Oh, it's
That red
edgy.
sports car!
It's edgy.
Oh, boy.
This
Here we
looks
go.
like a job for me. Have you seen that? Have you seen that video with Edgeworth
I've seen-
driving?
Yeah, it's literally just that clip from the anime and that song, and it somehow got 2 million views.
I know it is perfect. It fits Edgeworth pretty well, though.
Larry, don't tell me you called.
You know it, buddy. I trust you've been well, right? Oh!
Oh!
Surprise! Now, admit it. That was a pretty good Mr. Edgeworth impression, wasn't it?
Maya, what are you doing here?
Larry called me up. He said something about it finally being time for him to tie the old knot. That's funny. I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about being here with his bride.
Nick! You could do way better!
It's not me, you doofus! Go on, Larry. Tell her everything that happened.
Maya, I know this is sudden, but please marry me!
Maya, would you like to borrow one of my guns?
Nick, I'm gonna vomit. Nick? What's Larry talking about?
Maya has a car. You know, I think we're glossing over the fact that, does Maya even have a driver's license?
She must if she has the car. He was dumped by his bride. Well, by his imaginary bride, anyway.
Wow. Poor Larry. That's a new low, even for him.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. It's like, how does Larry keep one-upping himself every time I see him?
But hey, imaginary girlfriends never hurt anyone, right? More power to him.
His imaginary girlfriend also tried to kill him, Maya. Oh.
Even his own brain doesn't want him to get married.
His own brain wants him dead. Wow.
This is Maya Fey. She's been abroad for her training as a spirit medium. But now that her training is over, she's back she's back home here in the States.
That's right. A new and improved Maya Fey is on the scene. Spirit and girl power at the ready.
Look at you, Maya. All grown up and as cute as ever. Stay away from her, Larry.
You see, Maya, this here is a 9mm Smith & Wesson CSX. It's got a little safety switch here for, now it can fire. It's called a safety. Flip it up, now it can't fire. And
you have an actual gun, don't you? I hear the safety clicking.
Yep, that's my actual gun. I'm holding my gun and describing to Maya how to use it, because I think she's going to need to.
I heard you clicking the safety. That's insane.
Did you think I was kidding all this time when I said I had a gun?
I didn't hear you say that. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. If I ever got married, I'd miss out on all the fun of always meeting somebody new. I see you haven't changed a bit, Larry.
Oh, so it is Edgeworth's car. Edgeworth? I figured that car belonged to you. But when did you become Maya's chauffeur?
It's nothing like that. I just happened to run into her en route and picked her up. That's adorable.
That's nice of him.
That is so, like, he just picks up Maya, like, hey, Maya, how you doing? Oh, you're going to...
How it goes is like, Maya, what are you doing all the way down here? Larry called me. You too. Hop on in the car. You're going to need the spare energy today.
I have emergency snacks in the glove box. And by run into her, I mean she jumped out in front of my car. I nearly run her down.
We went in a whole different direction.
We went wholesome and he went murder.
Not even murder, just suicide. Risworth, get out.
Yes.
Get out.
Yes,
Get
it's
out
Risworth.
Get out of this stream.
OTP. Edgeworth and Phoenix.
You get out too.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Finally, I get finally away from that idiot.
Hey, GCD.
This is Miles Edgeworth. He's a friend of mine, and the district chief's prosecutor. I heard he's been busy lately. So what brings you here? Wait, don't tell me Larry called you up too.
He did. However, I have business of my own here at the crime scene.
Business? What kind of business?
Maya wanted to beat Phoenix's 30-foot hit and run record. Getting launched 30 feet in the air.
You two need to stream multiplayer games. We need to keep this kind of banter on YouTube. This is your guy, by the way.
Oh, I didn't even know he was saying. Just so you know, right? I am the lead prosecutor on this case.
All right, so that confirms my thoughts. The chief prosecutors do actively take up prosecuting roles. What? You?
Yes. It appears we'll be standing on opposite ends of the battlefield this time around.
So I'll be up against Edgeworth tomorrow. But I don't get it, Edgeworth. What about this case warrants the personal attention of the district's chief prosecutor?
It's a bit complicated, to say the least.
In what way?
We have a domestic terrorist in here, aka our old friend.
Right. Fair enough.
The groom is a member of the Sprockets, a family with immense influence. If his bride were to stand trial in court, it would sully the Sprocket name. So they try to apply some pressure on the prosecutor's office.
Pressure to settle it amicably, right? What do you mean, settle it amicably? That's a new word for me. It means that they're trying to sweep this whole thing under the rug. Wow. Sprocket Aviation really has that much clout?
So they're Bowie. They're straight up Bowie.
And Larry's just like, I think you mean to say they have that much cloud. Edgeworth, is that any grounds for an arrest? I wish it were, right? I wish it were.
Be careful. Edgeworth taking this case, you better be careful the assassins for Sprocket don't take him out.
Is
Yes.
that you, GameCube dude? Yeah, that's me.
It's him. Yes, they have especially strong ties in both the political and judicial worlds. To the point where no one dares to oppose them.
This part of the game has aged very well, considering everything that's happened with Boeing over the last year.
Exactly.
Don't tell me that includes you.
Funny enough, one of my manager, his key account for our job is with Bowie, and he jokes all the time that he's going to be on the hit list because he's selling the parts to Bowie.
Yikes! See, Zeke, this is why I don't want to fly places, all right?
It's
Tell me
not
that includes you.
It's the
What?
little things, like more in the cockpit type things.
I still don't want to get on planes.
What's
What
a
is
Bowie?
It's Boeing. Boeing. Boeing.
It's
They're a
a,
company that makes...
Airplanes.
Yeah, they make planes, and I believe they also make fighter jets for the Army.
Yeah, that's also why it's a key account for the manager, because we have to deal with a lot of government red tape with them.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah, we service aerospace and defense customers as well, including that's the majority of the Boeing stuff.
Well, then again, maybe it's not a bad idea when there's red tape around the military-industrial complex, but that's for another story. I've read this like 3 times now.
Oh, I didn't even know. Don't be ridiculous, right? It's quite the opposite. The prosecution's office is filled with cowards, as I found out. Every last
Where's
one.
Simon?
I don't know where he is.
I was about
Every
to say, if
last
you need
one-
someone who's not a coward, where you just hit up Simon.
Every last one of my subordinates was loath to prosecute a sprocket.
So that's why you decided to take on the case yourself, right?
That's right. I will personally see to it that justice is served. I guess Simon's a bitch too. That's what the game is implying.
Bruh, did the people who make this game not play Dual Destinies? Simon was intimidating.
Dude, this is the same. This is the same franchise. Like this trilogy, they introduced Trucy and they've done fuck all with her since they introduced her. Is it very surprising that they don't know what to do with Simon after he's done?
That's fair.
I always prosecute to the utmost of my abilities, regardless of who I'm up against. For that is a part of my creed. Nothing and no one can sway me from that, not even the almighty sprockets.
Right.
Simon's just having his ramen. He's just having his udon with Bucky.
Simon, don't you think you should be out there doing more prosecutor type work? I'm sure whatever's going on, it's not exciting.
I'm just imagining, you know that meme. It's like, man, they're out there prosecuting the sprockets. I better keep my ass in this udon place, otherwise I'll be cooked. They think they can use their influence to bend the truth. They have another thing coming.
I wish more people in the world were courageous like Edgeworth. You know, I almost feel sorry for them. They were only trying to protect their interests. But all they got instead was you.
Edgy! Come on, man! How dare you prosecute my poor sweet Ellie? What kind of heartless jerk are you? Humph, I'm simply doing my job. Something that you do not know, Larry. Last I heard, you haven't had a job in, what, 10 years? The little picture book is not a job.
Edgeworth, stop doing my job for me.
I heard Gumshoe brings in more per year than you do.
I've been cutting his salary for 10 years straight now.
And he still makes more than you.
That is pathetic. And I'm warning you, right? I won't hold back. Not for you or anyone else.
Thanks for the warning, your righteousness. So how's it going, Mr. Chief Prosecutor? Busy as always, I presume?
Of course, unlike somebody who has too few clients and too much time on his hands.
Yes, that explains why your brow is more furrowed than the last time I saw you. Maybe you should learn to relax a little, Edgeworth.
Nice try, right? But as always, I have no intentions of showing anyone any mercy. Including you.
As inflexible as ever, I see.
Besides, I think I've mellowed out a bit with age. So if anything, those furrows should have smoothed out a little as well.
Honestly, Edgeworth, are you really that blind to yourself?
Excuse me?
He's really self-conscious about those lines, isn't he?
Edgeworth, about this incident.
Don't forget, right? I'm the prosecutor for this case. Need I remind you that I'm not in the habit of sharing information with my adversaries?
No. I guess we are adversaries for now.
And you, Larry. Me? I'd like you to come with me. You have a lot to answer for after that little stunt you pulled with the suspect. But Edgy, we're old pals, aren't we? Personal appeals won't work on me, Larry. Now, come along. Wah! Nick, help me out here!
I just like to imagine Edgeworth just put Larry in the trunk.
Is it just me, or is Mr. Edgeworth as relentless as ever?
Yeah, I guess some things never change. So much for mellowing out.
Well, Nick, we better hop to it.
He's taking Larry to his neutering appointment.
You know what? Now's as good a time as ever. Hashtag neuter Larry.
Oh my gosh.
Hop to what?
Investigating the crime scene, of course. What else? It's been a long time since you and I teamed up like this. This is going to be fun.
Fun, huh? It has been a long time, though, since we were last together like this. All right, to the crime scene, then.
Yeah! And away we go!
Move to reception hall. Oh, where's the cow?
On the floor.
Oh, there it is.
So this is the reception hall.
Pretty.
We need to examine Charlie with Maya. We might have to.
Yeah.
According to the pamphlet, we're right here.
Yikes. We're pretty high up. But at least we're indoors, so it doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, look, Nick! It's Emma! Hey, Emma! Over here!
Mr. Wright, Maya. Does this mean you've taken the case? Yeah, that's how things kind of turned out. So do you mind if we take a look around? Be my guest. We've pretty much wrapped up our investigation, so go right ahead. Edgeworth hired Dr. Hickfield to neuter Larry.
Oh no.
Yes. Now's a good chance to... I'm just playing that scene in my head. Hickfield with his creepy finger movements. It appears you have never been circumcised either. Shall we throw that in?
Edgeworth's like, do what you must, as he's like reading a book.
And Larry's just screaming in the background.
Remember, we're on a budget, so no what is it? Anesthetics.
I might be getting a little too much enjoyment out of the idea of Larry going to a castration appointment or a neutering appointment.
Now's a good chance to find out more about the case from Emma, too. Edgeworth wouldn't tell us anything about this case. So do you think you could give us a rundown?
Well, seeing as he's going to be prosecuting, I'd expect him to be tight-lipped about it. The incident occurred yesterday, on September 20th. It happened after the wedding reception, which lasted from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
7 p.m. to 10 p.m., huh? Got it. By the way, you didn't hear about any time traveling or anything, did you? Time traveling? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Forget it. That's pretty much the response I expected.
The victim's name is Dumas Gloomsbury. He was a servant in the Sprocket family household.
Oh, so another servant.
Ellen was a maid for that family as well, so that means the two of them were co-workers?
Yes, they apparently knew each other. Mr. Gloomsbury was the lead servant, after all. He was very serious about his work, but he was also a very closed and private man. So the other servants called him Mr. Doom and Gloom behind his back.
If he was the lead servant, he must have been higher ranked than Ellen. What makes the police think Ellen killed this man? A guy who was essentially her boss.
We don't know the defendant's motive yet. But the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body don't bode well for her.
And what circumstances are these exactly?
Well, some of her in-laws saw what looked like the immediate aftermath of the murder. The suspect was standing in front of the body with the murder weapon still in her hands.
But why would a bride who was just about to start a happy new life kill someone? Do the police have an explanation for that?
Yeah, about that. They believe the victim attacked the suspect and was killed when she fought back.
But why did he attack her to begin with?
Well, a mere servant girl was going to suddenly be the wife of the future president. Mr. Gloomsbury must have been more than just a little jealous of her. So this Mr. Doom and Gloom attacked Ellen first? But if she was only trying to protect herself, wouldn't that count as justified self-defense on her part, Nick?
It would. There's a good chance she'd be acquitted if we can prove that, but I wonder what Edgeworth will have up his sleeve to counter that claim.
But wow! A servant girl marrying the future president of such a huge company! It sounds like a modern-day fairy tale!
It does, doesn't it? Thing is, not everyone was on board with their union, apparently. So what was the murder weapon, Emma?
This clock with a secret mechanism built into it. It was on display here in the reception hall.
Is that the time machine?
It could be.
The suspect was holding it when the murder was discovered.
It does have that same sprocket.
So the victim was clubbed to death with this, huh? But that's funny. There's no blood on it as far as I can tell. A clock. Again, the thinker. Oh, boy.
I think this is a time machine. And that's why Larry's here, because he created the thinker. The thinker clock.
Right. Maybe it was wiped off in an attempt to tamper with the evidence. But there was definitely a luminal reaction. And it matches up with the shape of the injury. So it's gotta be the murder weapon.
What a funny looking clock.
They call it the timekeeper. The idea is that it's a time machine.
It is the time machine.
Well, what do you know? A time machine being a murder weapon.
I thought that would be like Back to the Future 4.
It would have been funny if that was like Back to the Future 2 when the DeLorean's flying and Biff gets decked in the face by the door. Just imagine he died there.
Oh my
It's like-
gosh.
2 time machines that have been murder weapons.
Every time the couple sees it, it'll bring them back to the memory of their wedding day.
A time machine, huh? Come to think of it. Ellen said her pendant was part of a time machine.
Back to the Future 4, hit and run.
I wonder how the secret mechanism in this thing works.
We do technically have a Back to the Future 4. It's the Telltale game.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, it's not a very good game. It's not even that great of a story, but if you're a Back to the Future fan, I guess you'll probably appreciate it.
Did it have a
Probably.
lot of like kind of like references that like a fan of the movie would see or enjoy?
I wouldn't say it had, well, yeah, it did have some references. But, it was trying to be an extension of the story for the most part.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I would say it's probably not worth playing. Just, maybe just look up a YouTube video of it.
The suspect never had any family or relatives to depend on. So she was working as a live-in maid for the Sprocket family to support herself.
For more info, watch GC's playthrough. Yeah, I did play the whole game. You can watch my streams of it. How about that?
I remember popping in a few of those streams.
They were something. Oh, wait, I didn't read that.
Oh, whoops.
Let's see. So a maid with no family or fortune was set to marry the president's son, huh? I guess it's not surprising that ruffled a feather or two. Yes. Apparently the groom's parents and all of his other relatives were strongly opposed. But that didn't stop the young couple from deciding to go ahead with their wedding.
Love flourishes in the face of adversity!
Oh? Is that how it works?
Yep! If you ever have any questions about love, just ask me. I'm a qualified expert.
You want to give us your resume?
I spent
Soap
all of
operas.
I spent all of my spare time in Korean watching
You weren't kidding.
Yeah, that's why that's why I said soap operas, because I read it on the dialogue.
I spent all of my spare time in Korean watching soap operas on TV.
Maya would be the type to just like listen extensively to true crime podcasts, and then when a murder comes up, she'll be like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm an expert." and then try and fumble her way through the entire thing because there was no one there to explain everything to her.
Maya watches a bunch of romance anime, gets hit with an assault charge.
What do you mean? I was being what they called a tsundere.
Ma'am, you stabbed a man.
Oh, I confused it with a yandere. Okay, that's my bad.
My bad. Nick, I need another lawyer.
Son of a... I'm not sure that's enough to make you a qualified anything, Maya.
Oh, and by the way, I heard the suspect faced her fair share of harassment too. And from the sound of it, it got pretty ugly for her.
So even though this incident could cause a huge scandal for the company, it might be a boon for those who oppose their marriage to begin with. After all, with Ellen's arrest and everything, the marriage is most definitely off now. This must be the lantern that the body was found in. Ellen managed to move it quite a ways away. It looks like a cow, but it's pretty badly broken.
That's not a cow, Nick. That's Pegasus, the flying horse.
No way. It's definitely a cow. It's got horns and everything.
Then it's an alicorn, Nick. It's a unicorn
What,
and a
next
Pegasus.
What? Next you're gonna be telling me that a ladder's actually a step ladder? Get
Don't
with the
start.
program.
Don't start with me, bitch.
Don't start with me, you brat!
But look, it has wings. Cows don't have wings.
But buffaloes do.
So it's a Pegasus, I tell you. Oh, I know. That pamphlet should tell us. Let's see. Apparently it's called a pegamoo.
I did not see that coming.
Yet somehow the name really captures the essence of what this creature is, you know?
A knockoff Pokemon. Got it.
Huh. Strange.
What is it?
Well, this pegamoo is definitely a male pegable, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. What with the horns and all?
Okay, well... That pegamoo over there is also a pegable, or that pegamoo over there is also a pegable. But take a look at the pamphlet.
You know, she does have a point. Look at the horns.
Interesting.
See? The one on the right says pegable, but...
The other one says Pegacow, a female Pegamoo.
Right. The pamphlet goes on to say they have pegamoos for the happy couple.
So for Ellen's ceremony, there should have been a male and female pair of Pegamoos. But for some reason, there are two males here.
Maybe somebody made a mistake when they were setting up the room?
It's hard to believe a fancy place like this would make that kind of blunder. It's hard to believe a fancy place like this would make that kind of blunder, though.
Interesting. Why are there two Pegables?
Very interesting. In any case, we better check this thing out.
Hey, Star. Made you guys a little
Hey, what's
gift use for your Ace Attorney streams, but I need assets to finish it. Oh yeah, I could send that over to you.
In any case, we better check this thing out. What do you think this is, Maya?
It looks like a flower petal to me.
What an unusual shape for a flower petal.
Do you suppose it's from one of the flowers here in the reception hall?
No, I don't see a single flower like this at any of the tables. I wonder where it came from.
I'm trying to, Wolfo, I'm trying to understand I don't know the VeggieTales song with the Water Buffalo song. I'm sorry, I do not understand it.
Ooh, let me take a look.
Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck.
Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista dock.
It looks like a note outlining the murder plot.
Whoever wrote it has better handwriting than me, but it looks like they wrote it in a rush.
And why do you say that?
Because the writing is only smudged starting from the middle of each line. That happens when a right-handed person with a slight hook writes in a hurry. I do it sometimes myself when I'm not paying attention to where my hand is on the page.
Guess I'll take your word on that, Miss Bad Handwriting Expert.
I thought it was more with left-handed.
No, I've done this a few times myself.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking like how would you like mess up this portion if it's already written, you know?
Well, okay, so the way it can happen is if somebody's trying to write fast, their hand will actually be pressing on the paper to give it extra support.
Yeah.
And the lead or ink can like get onto the hand and smear a bit.
Yeah, I've had that happen. I've had that happen to me personally. But wouldn't it work a little bit more as a left-handed person? Because like if you were writing down Ellen and you start working on Win, your left hand will be pressed on the page when it's already like freshly written down.
Well, not necessarily, because sometimes people like can write at an angle. So like when he was writing this, so you see how he was writing the second line, and it's smudged a lot. Then on the on the first line it's smudged a lot.
Yeah.
On the second line it's smudged just a little. That's because the third line only has 2 words.
Okay. Interesting.
Hey! Even I don't smudge my handwriting this badly!
All right. Let's get back to the note. That note was apparently written by the victim. But why would he feel the need to write instructions to himself like this? Are you sure the victim wrote it?
I sometimes write a note to myself before I go shopping. Potatoes, carrots, onions, flour.
Maya? Are you craving curry rice or something?
I was thinking beef stew, but that also works.
Whoops.
So, Emma, where's this Vista deck note? Or, where's this Vista deck the note mentions? It's that heliport you see outside outside the window right over there. So he planned on pushing Ellen off from there? What a monster.
Gloom and doom note.
Did this come from the lantern?
It's covered in blood.
Maybe it got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern?
Can you imagine going to open a door and finding the knob covered with blood?
That's when I just nope out of there. Like, you know what? I really don't need to get into whatever I'm trying to get into. That's a sign.
A sign that it might be a better idea to just not.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be bloody awful, to say the least. So this is where the body was found. And the first person to find it was Ellen. Emma, what can you tell me about the condition of the body when it was found?
Well, it was dead.
Let's see. The victim was apparently hit on the back of the head. Here's a photo of the scene as we found it.
His hand is bloodied as well.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I guess that about does it for this lantern.
Peggable.
Wow. Look at the horns on this flying bovine. He must be a bull. It seems he made it through the ceremony in one piece.
By the looks of those wheels, I bet he can be rolled around rather easily too.
Hey, Wooly, it's all good.
Yeah, I bet it would be a hassle if you had to carry him everywhere. And this is what his backside looks like.
What's that by the bottom of his tail? A wheel handle?
Oh.
Oh, I get it. This way they can get inside to change the light bulbs.
So we got a working version of the bowl, so that so we know what it looked like beforehand.
Interesting.
I see they left the wheel handle on the inside unpainted.
I guess they figured nobody will see it, so why bother?
Oh, I thought we had a picture of what it is like now.
It makes sense to cut costs where you can. Well, overall, I can't say I've seen anything. I can't say I see anything strange about this thing.
That bull has seen some things, though. Look at that eye.
Some of these wedding nights are crazy, man.
Oh, so it was the internal knob that was bloodied.
Okay, interesting. This is the sweetheart table where the bride and groom sit.
Where they gorge themselves on wedding feast, you mean? I'd be too nervous to eat in front of a bunch of guests like this, though.
Have you heard yourself eating burgers back at the office ever? I find that hard to believe. I didn't read that.
Oh, I thought that was yours.
They say that newlyweds are usually really busy during the reception, you know? They have to greet and talk with all the guests that came to give their blessings.
Yeah, there's just a long line of them. You know what? Look at that right there. The cloud is cut off like a square.
Like a square?
Yeah, it has a square, like a blue, like they put some kind of blue square on the cloud. I saw it over here, so it might be on a loop. It might come over here. I'll point it out next time I see it.
They don't actually get all that much time to enjoy their dinner.
Right there. You see the right angle in that cloud?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I do.
That is weird.
Must have been a texturing glitch or something.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe this this background wasn't meant to like rotate like this, and that portion of the cloud just lined up when it was originally made at one of these window planes.
That is a possibility.
That's pretty cool.
Aw, I wouldn't be able to stand that. I can't imagine having a huge feast right in front of me and not being able to eat it.
They say brides tend to have an especially hard time because of their wedding dress. With those tight croquettes squeezing their waists, they can barely eat a bite.
Really? It sounds like wedding receptions are absolute torture.
I guess food still wins out over romance in Maya's book.
You know what I found out recently?
What's that?
I found out on Reddit there is a subreddit for asexuals. So basically people that they don't really have attraction to any individual.
Okay.
So they joke that they are more into garlic bread than people. And you know what? I relate.
Okay. So that's the Vista deck out there.
I bet the view is amazing. But I guess it must also kind of freak you out, huh, Nick?
Yeah, kinda. Mostly because there's no surviving a fall from way up here. This must be where the time machine was placed.
I can't believe that such a beautiful memento was used for murder. It's just awful. Nick!
I'm going to say the next time my family asks me about marriage, garlic bread. Yeah, basically just say that you love garlic bread.
We have to prove Ellen's innocence no matter what it takes.
I agree. Can't let this go down as the saddest flying wedding reception in history. I think that about does it for this area. A model airplane, the perfect decoration for an airline company wedding.
And a propeller plane like this leads to the room, and a propeller plane like this lends the room a great old-timey feel.
Yeah, it kind of has a little bit of like a steampunk vibe to it.
I
You know,
guess
with-
with that giant pipe in the background, I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
where you coming from.
Plus all the sprockets as well. That's typical to steampunk look.
Ooh, I'd love to.
Oh,
Sorry.
Ooh, I'd love to see the Steel Samurai fly a plane like this. Can you picture it? The Steel Samurai zipping through the clouds over Neo Old Tokyo?
if Sprocket Aviation ever becomes a sponsor of the show, I could see that happening.
Why didn't I think of that? I'll go suggest the idea to them later.
Please at least wait until after the trial is over.
Oh, I do see that diary. We need to look at that diary.
A diary? Oh, I guess I'll see it in a second. It's a fog machine for the reception. So that's what that is?
Pretty cool, huh?
Don't you dare touch it.
Bowser Doom ship arrives.
Aw, spoil sport.
That's because I know how you operate.
Oh, it's more like a purse, maybe. It's Larry's.
Oh my goodness. It looks like a business card wallet. I wonder whose it is.
The face looks awfully familiar.
Yes. Yes, it does. Guess I'll bring it to him later.
So that's proof that he was, in fact, in this at this wedding.
It's a hot air balloon. A symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. What came first, a hot air balloon or the plane? I'm gonna check.
I think a hot air balloon came first.
I'll just try. What was invented first? Queen hot air. Almost spelled balloon wrong. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the hot air balloon was invented first. And it looks like it was first attempted in November 21st, 1783 in Paris, France.
I didn't know it was that old. I thought it was more the 1800s.
Looks like they boarded up a sheep, a duck, and a rooster as the passengers, and it reached an altitude of 1,500 feet.
That sounds like a start of a joke. A sheep,
It kind of does.
a sheep, a duck, and a rooster all go into a hot air balloon.
I'm afraid I don't have the comedic genius to make something up on the spot with that.
Yeah! But I just noticed that it doesn't seem to be tied up to the ceiling all that well.
I'm sure it's fine. Please don't let it fall on my head.
Were they trying to recreate Noah's Ark but in the sky? No, they figured, you know what? Let's just put some animals in there. We got some animals.
Better the animals than the humans, I'd say.
I wonder what this partition is for.
I imagine people like the reception staff or entertainers use it. They probably wait behind it when they're on standby.
I see. With a partition this size, I bet they could even fit an elephant back there.
Not that anyone sane would.
Oh, another machine. With the fog riding?
It's a fog machine. I wonder if they used it during the reception.
Ooh! Hey, Nick! Go over there. Go stand over there for a sec.
Why?
Just because! Now go!
All right. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Fogmaster 9000, on!
Maya, no!
Huh?
Aw, nothing happened.
Looks like it won't work without some dry ice.
Darn it! All I wanted to do was surprise you in a thick cloud of smoke.
Interesting. I wonder how that fits in.
Well, I guess that just about does it for the crime scene.
I just realized Emma has been in this room this entire time with us, so she just watched as Maya just turned on the fog machine and did absolutely nothing about it.
Hey, Nick! I want to see the rest of the airship. We might as well, since we're here.
True. We might even run into some of the other people involved in the case.
Oh.
Nick? How long has that guy been standing there?
I didn't even notice him until just now. Excuse me. Are you with Sprocket Aviation? Huh?
Nick! He wrote something on that paper airplane.
I guess we're supposed to read it then. Let's see here. Get out, intruders?
Oh shit, it's Marv from Super Smash Bros. Melee. We're about to get her ass kicked.
Oh boy. Well, that's a rather cold welcome.
Mr. Wright, Maya, meet the lone son of the president, meet the lone son of the president of Sprocket Aviation. Soren Sprocket.
Ah, so he's the
this is
groom.
husband.
Or to put it another way, the future president of Sprocket Aviation.
So he's Ellen's fiance?
Meow. Meow. He just runs off.
Oh, there he goes.
Bye, Mr. Steampunk Man.
He's kind of eccentric.
Is that what we're calling it these days?
I hear he's the I hear he's the genius inventor behind many of Sprocket Aviation's business successes. An inventor, huh?
Yep. He even designed this airship.
That's pretty impressive.
Nick, this is no time to be standing around. This is no time to be standing around gawking. We have to go after him. We need to ask him some questions about Ellen.
Oh, right. Looks like he was heading outside.
All right, then. Meow.
There he is. Excuse me, could we talk to you? Excuse me? Do you mind if I ask what you're doing?
He sure is writing up a storm.
He just throws it over. No. It is possible. If an enormous change in mass, then theoretically, matter can retain its form even across the event horizon. Let's see what they say. Oh,
Let's just see what he has to say about Ellen. Excuse me, but we'll be representing Ellen in court tomorrow. So, could we ask you about the case?
Are airships still a thing now? No, it sounds like there's only about 20 blimps in existence.
Yeah, we looked it up earlier. What the? Not interested? Not interested? How can you say something like that?
This is about your fiancée. She's under arrest, you know.
The diameter of the airship is approximately 80 feet. The amount of energy needed necessary to matter the moment.
He's off in his own little world.
I can't believe he says he's not interested in talking about his own bride's arrest.
We'll just have to talk on his level then, with something he might be interested in. How about the time machine?
What are you showing me that for?
I guess not. Mr. Sprocket! I can't read him at all. Not even with an item as loaded with sentiments as this.
The pendant.
Could you take a look at this?
Huh. Is that Ellen's?
Ellen told us that she traveled through time during the incident. She said it happened after she made a wish on this pendant.
You mean to say you two are Ellen's lawyers?
Did we not say that earlier?
We did.
Yes. I just told you that a minute ago.
Sorry, I was lost in thought.
He wasn't even listening?
Oh boy. He's not at all what I expected based on Ellen's gushing testimonial anyway. We'd like to ask you about Ellen's case, if you don't mind.
I don't know a thing about it, so why don't you go ask the police?
In other words, not interested.
This guy is the worst. Now I feel sorry for poor Ellen.
In that case, can I ask you about how Ellen traveled through time?
Go on.
Guess that got your attention.
So, is time travel really even possible?
Yes, it is possible.
Alrighty then.
At the same time, it is also impossible. The pendant I gave Ellen is not supposed to operate as a time machine by itself.
What do you mean?
The timekeeper, that clock that we displayed in the reception hall. That is the body of the time machine. The pendant is simply a part.
That clock was the murder weapon, wasn't it? But it's a time machine too?
Maybe when the killer whacked Doom and Gloom, it caused the time machine to go? And it just so happened to be the same time Ellen did the prayer?
I don't know.
What Ellen experienced is akin to traveling down a road by a car key. Physically and metaphysically, it should be impossible. Unless, maybe the quantum system somehow accidentally interfered with the natural flow of the fourth dimension.
We're losing him again.
Bro definitely got that autistic vibe. 100%.
Why is everyone calling everybody autistic these days? It's weird. Maybe we better ask him some more about the time machine. So you've been researching time travel, have you?
Well, within the space-time continuum would be the man's ultimate means of travel.
Time travel as a mode of transportation?
Since the dawn of time, man has developed multifaceted methods of transportation. Horses, steam engines, gas engines, airplanes, spaceships.
Can we go back to the days of the steam engine?
I feel as if you would really like a steampunk aesthetic, if you really like steam engines.
I think I've never seen like a full-on steampunk style story anywhere, but I have seen like the steampunk concept arts and whatnot.
Yeah, it's more kind of like an aesthetic type idea. I don't think there's any like singular story tied to it. The whole vibe of it is just basically it's the future, but the future never moved past the steam engine.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, well, I looked it up. There are a few steampunk novel type things.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like Lovecraft in a way where Lovecraft or some other type of like aesthetic, kind of like maybe like goth almost, where it's the aesthetic and there's like a light lore that you have to follow, but you can kind of take it however you want to with it. So if you were to make a game with steampunk, you just have to follow a few rules alongside it, but you can kind of take it however you want to.
I'd just be interested in looking at anything like with a steampunk type setting, and it looks like there are a number of different stories about like a steampunk type world.
I'd say take a look at it.
Yeah, same.
But they are all fundamentally similar in that they constitute three-dimensional movement. Travel through the space-time continuum would shift mankind into a new paradigm.
I don't know why, Nick, but I'm getting awfully sleepy all of a sudden.
For generations, Sprocket Aviation has advanced the development of transportation. Therefore, it's only natural that I would research time travel as man's next great leap.
Oh, is he done? So, what exactly does all that stuff he was saying mean, Nick?
He's looking for the next big thing when it comes to travel.
Well, basically, it's like taking a hamburger. What? Well, basically, it's like taking a hamburger joint and adding a drive-through to it, I guess.
Oh, I get it. It's the same burger, but with a quicker and more efficient delivery system.
You know what? Fair enough.
So what Soren really wants to do is launch humanity into the future.
Launch. Launch, not lunch.
But do you really believe that time travel is possible?
It only becomes truly impossible when man stops daring to believe. Besides, time travelers do exist, you know. But you wouldn't understand.
Did you hear that, Nick? Time travelers really do exist.
All I know is, Soren isn't the easiest guy to wrap your head around.
I don't know. I kind of like the way he talks. It's full of hope for the future. He's more passionate than I thought, too. When it comes to innovations, anyway.
Or inventions. Yeah. His apparent lack of concern for Elman is troubling, though.
It's okay if you forget about why Sprocket made so much money in the Iraq War or what they were doing in the 30s to 40s, says Ghostly. Yeah, we don't talk about how they got their wealth.
So I hear that the rest of the Sprocket family was opposed to your marriage. What are your thoughts on it?
Master Soren. It is time for the meeting on next term's project. What is this? Daydreaming about your inventions again? Tut tut, you're the future president. You must consider the business side too. Did he murder Cloud Strife and got his little shoulder plate thing? It is I. I found Soren. Send the car over at once. I am not interested. Oh, Master Soren, you do give me quite the headache at times. In any case, your attendant is waiting. Please go with him now.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Pierce Nichody?
Let's see.
Nichody?
Nichody?
Pierce
I
Nichody?
don't know.
Pierce Nichody. Please call me Pierce. I am the Sprocket family butler.
Nick, a butler.
I guess Maya is not very trustworthy of butlers after her experiences.
I didn't know they actually still existed. I thought they were just on TV and stuff. And this is coming from somebody who watched a lot of soap operas.
And who might you be, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I'm Phoenix Wright, Ellen Wyatt's lawyer.
And I'm his assistant, Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium.
Oh, so it is you. I am most grateful for you to taking on Miss Allen's defense. You have my sincerest thanks.
Don't mention it. So, hey, speaking of...
Oh, 1 moment, please.
Wow, what a beautiful pocket watch.
Oh, this is just a bit of good luck charm.
That's one expensive good luck charm. But I guess it makes sense, knowing that time is pretty important in his line of work. So I guess that pocket watch is as important to him as my attorney's badge is to me.
There's a little time before I must attend Master Soren again. Why not come to the Sprocket Manor?
Huh? You mean to Soren's home?
As a token of appreciation for taking on Miss Allen's defense, I would like to serve you some delicious tea and refreshments.
Oh boy, Nick! A fancy high society tea party with high-class snacks and everything!
And what about the investigation?
Are you kidding? What better place to investigate next than Soren's house?
I don't know. Do you really think his house is going to give us any new leads?
Of course it will! I say we take the butler up on his kind offer and go to Soren's place.
All right, you win.
Very good. To Sprocket Manor, then. To the manor. Let's check it out. They really like their bowls.
Yeah, actually, they do.
Wow, this place does not disappoint. Oh, I'm so excited.
Whoa, slow down, Maya. The mansion isn't going anywhere.
Now then, we won't have to worry about anyone untoward eavesdropping here. I take it you wanted to ask me some questions?
Huh? That's why you invited us here?
I am sorry to have tricked you like this, but this is a murder after all. I couldn't talk openly about it in public and risk sullying the Sprockets family's reputation.
Aw, and I was really looking forward to all those fancy snacks, too.
Oh, the snacks are coming.
Yay!
There, Maya. Don't cry. This Pierce guy is one shrewd man.
Hey, Nick! Look at that cute vintage radio!
Radio? Oh, that thing over there under the stuffed bull's head?
I'm gonna take a closer look.
Thought I told you to... Jeez, Maya. I thought I told you to settle down.
I'm sorry.
Not to worry.
Okay. Wow. That little mech fixed it right up.
I am not only the butler, but I'm also Sprocket Aviation's repair department director. Oh, so he's the one that puts out the hits on people.
Oh dear.
One might say that patching things up is my specialty. He does hire the hits.
Oh no.
That's what the glasses are for. That's his scope.
That was incredible! What is that little doohickey on your shoulder anyway?
It's my fixer-upper shoulder mech. Master Soren made it for me. It has too many features and functions to effectively enumerate at the moment, though.
That's so cool! I wish I had one of those!
Fixing things is a simple matter, but fixing people is a different matter. Even a skilled physician can't bring back the dead. Trust me, I would know. Oh, but forgive me. I seem to have gotten sidetracked.
He must be in shock over Mr. Gloomsbury's death. Still, I do need to ask him some questions about the case. I should take a look around and see what I can find out while I'm here.
About the incident Miss Ellen was arrested for. Do you think she did it?
Well, I can't prove it yet, but no, I don't think she could have done it. I guess you could call it a gut feeling.
I see. I guess we have different opinions then.
Do we now?
The prosecution says that when Gloomberry attacked Miss Ellen, she fought back and ended up killing him. I agree with this perspective. Or rather, that is the consensus of the entire Sprocket family.
Even so, I heard an interesting story from Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. I heard that the Sprocket family had tried to pressure the prosecutor's office into burying the case.
I fear you're mistaken. All we saw was merely a legal consultation. Besides, none of it matters now, as she is no longer a part of this family. Fortunately for us, they had yet to get their marriage license before holding the banquet.
So basically, once they realized they couldn't sway the prosecution, they cut her loose.
I realize how callous I must sound. But my duty is to protect the Sprocket family, and more specifically, Sprocket Aviation's future and Master Soren, whose genius is essential to the company. I will do anything to achieve that goal. That is my job as the Sprocket family butler. Yeah, he has killed people. You can't tell me otherwise.
I find it hard to refute.
You know, I think Pierce and Mr. Edgeworth would get along really well, don't you think?
Yeah, I could easily picture Edgeworth with a butler.
Oh, and by the way, I suppose I should tell you about this as well. It's about when the members of the extended family and I discovered the crime.
Did Ellen say anything to you about traveling through time?
She must have been delirious. There's no need to take such a claim seriously.
Soren herself said that time travel was possible, though.
Master Soren said that? Oh goodness, look at the time. It looks like he is still stuck in the past.
He's psychologically stuck, I take it.
Excuse me.
Don't be in your shoulder. Son of a... Somebody bought
What
the
is
patent
it?
to LaBelle's freaking soldier phones.
I see. I believe I told you the madam will be having milk tea. Still, have lemon slices at the ready, just in case. We must not disappoint her, understand?
You sure are busy.
All in a day's work. Still, we really do need Master Soren to start focusing on the business side of things soon.
Could you tell me about that thing you mentioned about Soren's past?
There is something in Master Soren's past he wishes he could change. Please forgive me. This isn't something I should be sharing with strangers.
Now I really want to know what Soren's still hung up about.
It was sometime after the reception. Some of the master's relatives and I went to clean up the reception hall. And that is when we saw it. A woman standing in front of the victim with a bloody murder weapon in her hand. It was none other than Miss Ellen.
But Pierce, It wasn't what it looked like.
That's right! She just happened to find the body!
I do not know what Miss Ellen has told you, but what we witnessed was unmistakably the moment immediately after the deed had been committed. And that is what I told the police who came in response to my call.
I see. So Pierce was the one who reported it to the police, huh?
I've been eyeballing this. What is this?
Hey, Nick! Now here's a real lady.
Take notes, Maya.
She looks...
She looks smart as a whip, doesn't she?
Is that Soren's mother?
Could be. They have the same hairstyle, looks like.
Yeah.
I wonder who she is. We didn't see her at the airship.
That is Selen Sprocket, Soren's elder sister. Beautiful and capable, she was a great lady. Oh, past tense was.
That's not a good sign. Soren's sister? I think I see the resemblance. Maybe I'll show Pierce this photo later and ask him about her. Oh, are those pictures of the wedding reception?
Yes, I took them with my trusty camera here.
Do you mind if we have a look at that? A look at that photo?
Be my guest. Take as long of a look as you'd like. Well, what do you think of this gorgeous dreamscape? There's the bowl. So we have, and there's the butler too. Looking at the bowl.
Indeed. Shouldn't there... Oh, no, wait. It wouldn't be in this frame, but I thought there was supposed to be another one on the other side.
Yeah, I think it'll be more so that side. And that's the bowl that's still there. So we have confirmation right here that is the bowl. The lantern was there during the ceremony.
All right.
A thick fog billows across the room, making it look as if the couple were walking on clouds.
Wow, look at how beautiful Ellen is here. She looks a little nervous, though.
Oh, could this be on trip number 2? If she was nervous?
I suppose it is a possibility. She does, doesn't she?
Hey, look! There's Pierce!
Really? Where?
Right there! Behind the sweetheart table!
Hey, you're right. I bet he was there I bet he was there attending to the happy couple the whole dinner.
So what do you think, Nick? Does anything in this photo stick out to you?
No, not at the moment anyway.
Much of the reception hall is obscured by thick fog.
Hey, Nick, if Ellen really did travel back in time, do you think this photo is of the second reception? You know, after the time jump?
I think so because she's nervous.
I wonder. Excuse me, sir?
Yes, can I help you?
Ellen told us she traveled back in time. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Oh, no. I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Clammed up faster than a clam. Excuse me, but there's a card here on the floor.
Well, look at that. It's the Flying Chapel key card.
The Flying Chapel? What areas on the Flying Chapel require a key card, if I may ask?
Mostly areas we want to keep the public out of.
Like the engine room. We don't need drunk groomsmen, what do you...
Best man?
Best men. We don't need drunk best men, getting into the engine room.
You know, that's completely fair.
You remember the Hindenburg disaster? We had like 3 of those, and we covered it up because we could buy the media.
We buy everything. Anyone we can't buy, we buy hits for those people. Such as the staff room in the hold, which is chock full of machinery.
So you can't enter those areas without a key card?
That's right. This one here belongs to Ellen.
Wait, what's Ellen's key card doing here? Did Ellen come back here after the incident occurred?
I don't believe so. And she was arrested by the police straight away this morning. So she never had her key card on the day of the event.
Most interesting.
Although, there was a strange man with a gaudy jacket in here earlier.
Was that man wearing a beret by any chance?
Yes, he was, as a matter of fact. He was also wearing sunglasses and a fake mustache.
Oh, boy. I knew it. The only question is, what was he doing here?
You're about to start the Larry roast again.
Oh, boy. Let me fire up the grill. Oh, it's the bridal bouquet.
Hey, Nick, how about I throw it and you try to catch it?
Why me?
Just because.
We're trying to get you married, Nick.
I bet you'd look hilarious flailing around trying to grab it.
But doesn't that tradition dictate that it's the ladies that go after the bouquet?
Who cares? Just catch it. Here.
Ow! Hey! Threw it right at my face! Oh, you don't want to catch that bouquet, trust me.
Why not?
They say it's bad luck to catch the bouquet of a marriage that doesn't last. But I already caught it.
Whoops. Too late now, huh, Nick?
Don't you dare touch that radio again. It looks like an expensive antique.
What are you worried about? If it breaks again, Pierce will just fix it up.
I really hope he's nice enough to waive the repair bill. A bull. Come to think of it, there was a bull logo on the side of the Flying Chapel, too.
The president of the company must have a thing for cattle.
The bull is the symbol of Sprocket Aviation.
That was the lady.
Sorry?
That's the lady.
Oh, my bad.
To be as strong and steady as a bull. That's the company's creed, you know.
Probably for all the back-breaking labor they put their employees through.
By the way, that bull logo on the Flying Chapel, the one with the rainbow wings? His name is Rainy the Rainbow. Get it?
No.
He's the
I
rainbow.
get it. He's a rainbow-colored bull, so he's a rainbow, right? What a memorable name, huh, Nick?
Yeah. For the lameness of the pun.
Nick! Look at that airplane propeller up there, going round and round.
I see they got an aviation theme going on. Makes sense for an airline family. I wonder if it doubles as a fan.
Ooh, what if the rest of the plane were on the other side of the wall? And the wall would open up so the plane could take off in an emergency. How cool would that be?
If that's what's behind the propeller wall, then what's behind the bull wall? Oh, I get it. If that's what's behind the propeller wall, then what's behind the bull wall across the way? Oh, I know. Maybe it's the rest of him. That must be where the Sprockets get their milk.
You don't get milk from a male bull, Nick.
Yeah.
At least not that milk.
Shut the hell up.
Nick? First of all, that's a beef cow. And second, bulls don't make milk.
Oh, right. That's what I get for trying to play along. Pierce, the woman in this photo is Soren's older sister, Selena, right? I don't think we met her yet.
Yes, about that.
He seems hesitant all of a sudden. If you wouldn't mind, could you tell us about her?
All right, very well. She's a big part of Master Soren's past, after all.
Soren's past?
Master Soren will become the next president of Sprocket Aviation. However, that wasn't always so. Miss Selena Sprocket, Master Soren's elder sister, was next in line.
So why isn't she becoming the next president?
Because she died in a car accident.
What?
I had no idea.
Actually, Master Soren was also in the car with her at the time of the accident. Losing the sister he loved right before his eyes devastated him. Ever since then, he had buried himself in the research on time machines. He also became a quiet and meticulous, almost compulsive note taker around then.
He seems so stiff and robotic. I had no idea he was carrying all that around inside him.
Master Soren has abandoned the company's business and spends all his time on inventions. As the family butler, I am truly concerned. I believe it is high time for him to let go of the past. Hey, Nick! What are you doing here?
Oh no. Larry? How'd the neutering go?
They took my balls, Nick!
Oh no. How terrible. Thank you, Edgeworth.
Anytime. Oh, man! Edgy gave me a heck of a hard time!
Larry, what are you doing here?
I came to promote my new character, Cupiglet. I was hoping Sprocket Aviation would do some kind of tie-in with me for it.
Wow. I didn't know Larry was such an aggressive businessman. You could learn a thing or two from him, Nick. Why don't you promote your agency to them?
Now's not exactly the time for that, in case you haven't noticed.
See? And this is why you'll never be rich.
The game talking about the person becoming a totally different person after witnessing the death of his sister. So much so that he's obsessing over the fact of time travel. Game. Guess it's time for Larry!
Yep, that's how it goes in this game.
Character has a deep backstory. Larry. Now this looks like a job for me!
So everybody, just follow me, because we need a little stupidity, because it feels so empty without Larry.
It's been 3 games.
It's been 3 games of this.
Actually, Larry, I've been meaning to ask you something. You were there on the Flying Chapel yesterday, right?
Huh? Was I?
What were you doing there?
Nothing.
Whatever it was, I bet it wasn't anything to be proud of, but never mind. Did you see anything that had to do with the case? Scratch that. Let's start with, you weren't involved in the case, were you? Larry?
Hey, he took off!
If I don't say anything to you, Nick, it can't be counted as a lie!
I just knew it. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Come on, Maya, after him!
Oh, are you leaving so soon?
Well, we have to run. Thank you for making time for us.
I know you have to investigate, but please try to spare the family's feelings as you do.
Yes, of course.
He looks like a Fire Emblem character. Just straight up.
I can
Like-
see where you're coming from.
Like an archer. That's his like little thing. He has like a little like zoom in thing because he's an archer.
I get what you mean, yeah. There he is! Hey, Larry!
Hey there, friend. Fancy being you here.
There's nothing fancy about it! All we did was follow you. So, tell me, Larry, why did you run away like that?
Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about. A bolt of inspiration for all my new picture books hit me, and I had to run is all. I was like, a Cupid, Cupidemy. You dig?
Right.
He's just going to keep playing dumb, isn't he, Nick?
Come on, Larry. I know you were on that airship, so what did you see?
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything because I never was on that stupid airship. There it is. Just 2 locks, Larry?
Cyclox.
You say something?
Spiritual power this Magatama allows me to see. These mystical locks that appear when someone is trying to hide something from me. They're called Cyclocks, and when I see them, I simply present the Magatama to try my hand at breaking them. If I can unlock them, I'm sure to finally get a straight answer out of him.
Take that!
It's no time for games, Larry. I will find out what you're hiding.
I'm telling you, Nick, you got it all wrong. I've got nothing to do with this case whatsoever.
Oh, come on, Larry. Even a baby could see through such a blatant and obvious lie. Nothing whatsoever, huh? If you weren't involved, Larry, then you wouldn't have been involved with this person.
She's only 21. Oh, wow.
How old is Larry?
34.
Is he younger than Phoenix?
He's about the same. No, he's the same age. They were in the same. He's the same age as Phoenix, give or take a year, because they were in the same class.
Okay.
Like in the case of Edgeworth. So 35, 34, just depending on when the month lands.
Right. I thought Phoenix was in his late 30s for whatever reason, but okay.
Take that!
You're the one who brought Ellen to my office in the first place. And all those cops. Nothing to do with the case whatsoever. Isn't gonna cut it this time, Larry. If you have to lie, at least do a better job of it.
Don't diss me, Nick! What's with these homies dissing my girl? If you're so convinced I'm lying, then let me ask you this. What makes you think I was on that stupid old airship anyway? Let me show you some proof, if you got any.
Doubling down, are you? Fine. You want proof? Here's proof that you were on the airship.
Take that!
Uh-oh.
This is your business card wallet, isn't it? I found it in the reception hall.
Gah.
Time to come clean, Larry Butts. What exactly are you hiding?
All right, fine, you got me. I'll tell you everything.
Larry, what were you doing on that airship?
Well, I went there to deliver the welcome to our wedding signs they ordered from me.
Huh. I didn't know you took on real jobs like that, too.
Well, for your information, my wedding welcome signs are very popular on the net.
And that's how you met Ellen?
Uh-huh. I mean, I've seen her in the photo for the welcome sign, but seeing her in person. The way she smiled at me and said thank you. I felt like I'd been hit by lightning.
And that's when you fell in love with someone else's bride, huh? So you were invited to the reception?
Can you believe they told me only families and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall.
Smart move on their part, I'd say.
Oh my gosh. Little marble. I got upset and started wandering around the airship. That must be when I dropped my business card wallet.
So somebody else must have found it. And brought it to the reception hall then.
But you know what? I saw something incredible while I was in that flying chapel.
Like?
Get a load of this.
What the heck is this?
He saw a pterodactyl. What do you mean, what is this? Isn't it obvious? It's a drawing. I sketch a picture of one of the cabins on the airship.
So what's so incredible about the cabin?
Look at what was outside the window. It's one of those flying dinosaurs, a real-life pterodactyl. Although I feel as if Larry would say the P. A real-life pterodactyl. I looked out the cabin window, and there it was, just flying out there. That airship traveled through time, I tell ya.
What?
What?
When I told that Pierce Butler guy about it, he told me to never mention it to anyone ever again. Oh wait, I'm breaking an NDA, aren't I, Nick?
Yes, you are, but that's for later. But why would he try to keep you from spouting what is clearly just nonsense?
Maybe Sprocket Aviation is secretly developing a time machine.
No way.
Nick, this case is totally amazing.
Larry! Oh, wait, that was Maya.
Larry, you didn't tell Mr. Edgeworth about this, did you?
Of course not. Edgy would just roll his eyes and think I was off my rocker. I didn't even tell him I was wandering around on the airship. I told him I met Ellie at the morning dock and we ran away together.
Yeah, I can see Edgeworth Yeah, I can see Edgeworth's eyes rolling right out of his head had he heard about this. So Larry also experienced the time slip somehow. But how is that possible?
Hey, Nick, I'll be taking my card wallet back now, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, this is for you.
What is it?
Oh. Look,
What do we got?
it's the cow.
Huh, okay, so
There's-
it was in there.
There's Pegamoo. There's the flowers.
Oh,
Remember the
interesting.
the pedals. And that kind of maybe this is the pterodactyl he's looking at.
Yeah, I can see that.
But the question is, why is it outside?
Good question.
Huh. It's a picture of the hold. I took it when I was wandering around the airship. See, there's Ellie right in the middle.
The hold?
Yeah, see? It's right here on the diagram. Wait, so they had their own airplane at the same level as the cabin.
Huh.
I'm starting to think that I don't think the time like a time jump actually happened. Just he saw that plane. But why was the plane out there?
We have no idea. Oh, sorry, that's my line. Okay, so now I know where the hold is, but what was Ellen doing there?
Well, they were using it as a prepping area for the reception.
I see. And around when did you take this?
Before the reception, I took it while Ellie was getting everything ready.
So this was taken before the incident occurred? I don't know if it'll be of any help, but thanks for doing this. But thanks for this anyway. By the way, Larry. I heard the door to the hold is controlled by a security system. So how'd you get in there?
That's a trade secret. I can't tell you.
And the hits just keep on coming. Well, I guess that's basically a wrap on the investigation.
Not quite, Nick. I want to meet Ellen too.
Oh, that's right. You haven't met her yet, have you? Okay, let's head over to the detention center then, so you can say hi.
All right.
No! Why? Please understand that this is in Master Soren's best interest.
Oh, is that the butler?
Could it be? I don't know. Sounds like Ellen's busy talking with someone. It is him.
The next president cannot be married to a criminal. It would disgrace Sprocket Aviation. Miss Ellen, I need you to forget about this marriage.
Pardon us.
Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright's.
So their marriage is definitely off?
There is no other choice. We cannot have a criminal in the family. For the sake of Master Soren and the Sprocket family, this is what is best.
No.
In that case, what if Nick here proved Ellen innocent? Then you wouldn't have a criminal in the family, right?
Uh-huh. I suppose you are right, but I'm afraid that will be impossible.
That's not true. Not for Nick. He may look like a nobody, but he can do some pretty amazing things.
I don't take cases on lightly, so rest assured I will prove her innocence.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I understand your name is quite well known in the judicial world. For better or for worse.
Pierce, I want you to promise me this. If I can prove Ellen's innocence, then you won't stand in the way of Soren and Ellen's marriage.
Humph. Very well. But not even the most talented lawyer in the world can change reality itself. And the reality is, Miss Ellen is guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt.
I believe that's where you're wrong, Pierce.
I'm clean. I swear I am. Obsessively, compulsively clean. Just and clean and pure as this white dress, as this pure white dress.
Fine, you have my word, but you won't be the one to regret this promise. Now, if you will excuse me.
Now I have all the more reason to win this case. Ellen, we finished our investigation, and we'd like to talk to you about what we found. Okay, so what did you find out? In the course of our investigation, we heard that you had been seen standing in front of the victim with a murder weapon in your hands.
It wasn't what I looked like. It's true I was holding the murder weapon. But when I found him, he was already dead. I panicked. I was hoping I could go back in time again, like I had done earlier. So I picked up the timekeeper from the pedestal and brought it over without thinking.
You were so desperate you were ready to try anything, huh? Unfortunately, that sort of bravery makes you an easy target for the prosecution.
No.
And as for your little trip through time, none of your in-laws could confirm your story, I'm afraid.
I see.
The only exception is Larry. He said he saw something.
Really? What did he see?
He saw a pterodactyl.
Ah, boy. Can't say I quite believe it myself, but Larry claims he saw something incredible. He claims he saw a pterodactyl flying outside the airship.
What?
Not only that, but apparently Pierce Nichedy told Larry to keep quiet about it.
But why would Pierce do such a thing? Larry's theory is that Sprocket Aviation is developing something in secret. A time machine, to be exact. Do you think that's why nobody would confirm my story? Because it's a secret?
I really don't know. But speaking of your in-laws, we did manage to find your key card at the Sprocket Manor. one of your in-laws said he'd kept an eye on it for you.
Oh, thank goodness! I lost it while I was getting things ready for the reception. I looked everywhere for it. I'm so glad you found it!
At least they're tears of joy this time for a change. Never mind.
Oh, what was that?
I was about to try and make the joke I had earlier, but I want to see if it'll come back on screen.
Oh, okay.
Well, Nick, it looks like you'll have to prove the existence of a time-traveling court tomorrow. That's right! I swear that while Mr. Bloomsbury was being killed, I was busy traveling back through time!
Great. With Stoogie Skeptic Edgeworth at the helm for the prosecution tomorrow, we're really gonna have our work cut out for us.
To be continued. What were you about to say, though, with the crying?
I was about to say, me when I watched the train scene from Back to the Future.
Oh, no.
Specifically the one where the DeLorean gets destroyed.
Oh, no. Not the DeLorean.
Exactly. You know, that's kind of why I'm grateful for the Telltale game.
Did they go back in time before it gets smashed?
No, they had a stupider explanation.
Oh.
Yeah, they had their story was you remember when the lightning hit the DeLorean in Back to the Future Part 2 and it was forced back into the past?
Yes.
They made up their little side story where there were the DeLorean went back and forward in time. Essentially, it created a clone of itself when that happened.
Okay.
And somehow the DeLorean that went into the future had its flying ability still intact.
Interesting. Well, all right then. Next time, we will continue on with the first day of the trial.
Just a little more Larry to get through, everyone. Just a little more Larry.
Just a little bit more. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great rest of your day, rest of your weekend, and we will see you next time. If I don't see y'all before then, have a great Thanksgiving for those in the United States.
See you later.
See you guys.